Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that one of our admin received, and the translation, it reads like this. Hello, how are you? Can you please post my own story as anonymous? I am a South African woman and I have come here to share with you my own confession. So I did this was like for 4 years. And I used to be a tenderpreneur, and then I lost my husband. When I lost my husband due to witchcraft, which was happening in his family, because everyone was just jealous of the way that we had managed to get rich in a very short period of time, and then they bewitched my husband. My husband, when he passed away, his legs was swollen, and it was said that he had some problems with his liver. Even the doctors did not even understand what was going on, whether it was cancer or what really was taking place with him. And with all the money that we had made, we tried everything, but unfortunately my husband was not okay. And then that was when I went to Ghana. I went there because I was looking for a cure, which my husband had told me about, that there was this other man that he had once did business with, and this was a man that was from Ghana who had told him that he knew someone else, but unfortunately we could not get the charms to my husband in time, and he passed away. Since I already had communication with this traditional healer, I then said, why not? Let me just return back there, so that if I am going to be filthy rich, I have already lost my husband to witchcraft, so let me just become this ritualist anyway. At that time, one can say that I was still living a very comfortable life, and there was no need for me to do such rituals. We had a beautiful home in the Eastern Cape as well as Johannesburg. We drove a black Audi Q7. It was beautiful, but I just wanted more, and I had to initiate 4 kids each and every year. I did this from the year 2011 up until the year 2015, when I was initiating all of these kids. So this is how it all started. I used to be a school teacher, by the way. Let me just say that I started as a teacher there in Bizana, but not the real place, but I was a teacher. And then that was when I saw that I could try to get into the market. And since I had been a government worker before, it proved to be very difficult with a little bit of charms. Then that was when we started using my cousin's van and borrowed my first 30k to buy stock. And then we started the school feeding program, but it was chaos, corruption everywhere. I was clever. I made friends, gave small bribes, I don't want to lie, and then I got connections to the district office, and I was supplying over 19 schools. By 2013, we had contracts over 3 provinces. The way that we were moving so fast, even after my husband had passed away, people, they just thought that I was a smart businesswoman, but what they did not know was that I had already went to Ghana the second time, and I had been given some charms and a snake, and the person that assisted me, since he was using marine spirits, therefore I was also a marine spirits woman. I came back. This man that assisted me, he was a blind man. His assistants were the ones that will show him everything amongst his many charms, the ones that he wanted me to be given so that I can return back with them to South Africa. He was totally blind. And then that was when he told his assistants that I was supposed to be given a snake. I panicked because I said, a snake? How am I going to return back to South Africa with a snake? They are going to catch me by the airport. I don't want to be in the news. And then I was told that no, this snake that was going to be given to me, even though it was going to be alive and well, but the snake, it will only be seen by me in the spiritual realm. It will show itself to me whenever I call out for it. And I was given an instruction on how to cook the food for this snake, as it will be transitioning from eating the food that it was being given there in Ghana, and now I had to give it traditional foods that we have here in South Africa. And then that was when I returned back, and I was told that this snake was going to make the tenders to follow me, and I was never going to chase after any person so that they can give me a business tender to feed the snake. And I was supposed to initiate 4 young children from the schools where I would be having those contracts, and these were the ones that would be giving me good luck, since children, they are born with this innocence, and they are innocent, they commit no sin. So that is why I had to use these kids. This snake, when it was given to me, it was a physical thing, but then it disappeared. It was with me spiritually, and I returned back home. He gave me a soap to wash with each and every Friday. I was given a small horn that was of a goat, and I was supposed to put some oil inside that horn each and every time. And I had to identify 4 students, grade 12 students, each and every year. They were supposed to be virgins, or at least, if they were not virgins, the ones that will have never had kids in their entire life. So I would go into different communities, pretend as if I am that kind woman. Since I was supplying in all of these schools, I had access to different kids. I would select the ones that were the most beautiful at those schools, and those that seemed to be poor, I'll start to associate myself with them, and then I will tell them that I want to assist them in life, go and meet with their parents, give them gifts. A lot of them, I gave them gifts, but what they did not know was that these kids, in their future, when they will get married, they would be unable to conceive at all, because that man in Ghana, I later found out when I returned back that he was using the wombs of these girls that I was donating money to. So I chose different girls each and every year. I still remember the first 4. The other ones, I really did not care about them, because they were there just to support my lifestyle. A girl, I still remember, who wanted to become a pilot, and another one who wanted to be a traffic cop, and another one, then the next one. All of them, I sacrificed their wombs in November when I gave their parents money so that they can buy some Christmas clothes. They thought that I was God's gift to the community, but they did not even know that I was there not as a philanthropist, but I was there to make money with my tenders, and to live a very comfortable life, and to feed my snake. So this is the way that I used to feed the snake. I would make porridge and give milk to this python that I had been given when I was still in Ghana. So this snake, later on, it would follow all of those girls throughout the year. Whenever they would be on their periods, when the blood would be coming out, these girls, it is just that they were young. If they had told their parents would have seen that whatever which was happening to them, it was not normal at all. Even the girl would be in class during her period. When the blood is coming out, she'll start to feel a tingling sensation on her private part, as if there would be a man that will be busy licking her private parts. It will be a nice sensation that she'll be having, so much that they will just feel that they are feeling hot because they are on their menstrual cycle. Most of them, they would end up sleeping with their boyfriends because it would be too much, and I would be seeing them in a vision. So this snake, it will go to where this girl would be, whether she is in class, and it will start to lick her private parts until she felt like she wanted to make love to a man. I still remember this other day, there was one of these young women. She was in bed when she started to experience that, as the snake was busy licking a private part, and then she spoke with her boyfriend. It was somewhere around 2 a.m. These two teenagers, they met close to this other railway track, which was close to their location, where they made love underneath this other tree. I was transported by the snake, and we were in the tree whilst they were on the ground. As they were making love, they made love for about 2 hours. The girl could not be satisfied until the teenage boy said he was too tired to continue, and she returned back to her parents' home. She ended up doing it to herself throughout the night because she kept on having that sensation, and this was giving me a lot of money. And after I had managed to secure more contracts, that was when I started to do other investments. To this very day, I'm still surviving from those investments that I made. When you post, please tell me. I'll be following through in the comment section. I really do not do this tender business anymore. I live in a beautiful home here in Durban, where I migrated to, where a lot of people, they do not know about my history. But there are times when I sip on my wine, getting intoxicated, and I wonder where all of these young women are to this very day. I never checked up on them, but for sure I know that their wombs are being used there in Ghana by occultists and ritualists. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our admin who helped us with this translation. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Let us try to talk about it in the comment section.